Welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, hey. If you like DIY gifts and decor and Dollar Tree crafts, you're in the right place. Today, I will be sharing a tiered tray decorated with vintage garden DIYs. This is also a challenge, which I'll explain in a bit, but let's get right into these DIYs. Here I have a Dollar Tree sign. I took off that word laundry and I painted this in Waverly plaster. I'm scraping off some of the extra paint just to start giving it that distressed look. And these are transfers that I just got. This is my first time trying it and I'm so excited. I love these. You lay them down and then you rub the heck out of them and then you peel them up. It is that simple and they are so beautiful. I'm gonna put the link down in my description. I got them off of scrapbook.com. I am totally in love with these, almost as much as my Tim Holtz paper. So that's a lot. And I just love how this came out. I'm distressing the edges now and I'm doing that plaster. And I had no rhyme or reason, just going on and rubbing it off where I thought I had too much. And then I put down a little bit of Mod Podge, and that is it, guys. This came out so pretty and so sweet. I love this so much. And for a Dollar Tree sign, yes please. Today is a challenge for minis, or small items you can fit onto a tiered tray, and the theme is summer. This is a recurring monthly theme thought up by my friend Corie from Crafting with Corie. Make sure to check out her channel. She does super cute Dollar Tree crafts, DIYs, farmhouse, and more. I'll put her link down in the description. There's also a link for the playlist to follow along. Staying with the theme here, Vintage Garden. This is a tag from the dollar store. I painted it in that same plaster paint and distressing it with my antique wax. Another one of these transfers here. I might be becoming obsessed. They are so simple to use and so pretty. You have to give it a nice rub down with something hard, and then the peel up is so simple, and then you just seal it with whatever your favorite sealer is. I like Mod Podge. It's easy and versatile. How adorable is that? Oh my goodness. Let me know down in the comments what you think. How cute is this? Oh, I think it's one of my favorites. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're new to my channel, we like to do Dollar Tree crafts, DIY, gifts and decor, thrift flipping, and more. If you like these kind of videos, please consider subscribing and joining our family. Don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Likes and comments are always welcomed. This one is super easy and super quick and super adorable. This is a dollar palette and some of the little planters that come in a 3-pack. I'm only using 2. First, I'm going to hot glue some wooden beads right to the bottom to give it a little bit of a riser effect. If you're going to do this, I suggest painting it ahead of time, but I do things a little backwards. I'm going through with a baby wipe and my antique wax, and I'm just giving it a good once over on every part of it. And then I'm going to go through after and use that same plaster, and I'm going to dry brush it on. Some parts I did a little heavier than others, and that's okay. It was going with my vintage garden theme. And these flowers I had gotten at the thrift store for $3.99. You've seen me use them before. They are so pretty. And you could use whatever flowers you want. Cut them down to size just so they stick out of that planter a little bit. And this is some brown paper I just crumpled up to make it be as a filler and almost like dirt, I guess. And I wrapped the flower and then I stuck it into the little planter there. And then I had a little bit of hot glue, and then of course my love-hate relationship with Spanish moss, and I just used that as a little bit of a filler just to give it that vintage look again. And I am in love with these roses. I think they are so pretty. Like, I can smell them. That's how much they look real. I love them. And this is a little bit of twine to go around the edge, just to give it a little something, a little extra, just to add to that romantic kind of vintage flair that I was going for. And I did make some little bows, not seen on camera, but I made 2 of them, one for each planter, and I think they are so adorable. I am literally obsessed with everything in this whole project, but I love this so much. I think it is so sweet. This is probably the easiest. So this I had already painted years ago with chalkboard paint. I removed the old ribbon and I added some new ribbon just to add that little vintage romantic flair again. And it wasn't to be functional, just to be cute. And I wrote right on it, free-handed, free dirt. And then I literally filled it up with dirt. I don't know if this goes with the tiered theme or not, but I thought it was cute, and I don't know. I just think it's adorable, a little extra something to add to it. This is another super simple project. I get these wreaths right off of Amazon. I'll put the link down in my description. It comes in a whole bag, and then I just pulled off the tips of some flowers, and I'm hot gluing them right to the wreath form. That is literally it. It is so simple. Anybody can do this, and you can do whatever flowers you want. I just thought this was going to be sweet, and they are little flowers so they don't overwhelm the wreath because it is pretty small. And that's it. How sweet is that? How simple is it? Oh my goodness, so quick and easy, and it just adds that little bit of flair, a little bit of color. I am totally in love with it. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just hung it there in the corner. Super cute. This is so adorable. These are Dollar Tree books, and I spray painted them in an antique white. And this is a good way, if you don't have a Cameo, you take a tissue and tape it to your printer paper, just a regular printer paper if you have a printer. And you tape down all the edges so nothing will get caught in your printer, and then just print whatever you want. It's that simple. Cut it off while it's still on the paper. That way I have a little bit more control of it and it doesn't rip off when I'm trying to cut it. These are going to be the titles to my books, and I am laying it down and I'm Mod Podging it right to the book, and I just very lightly tap it down, smooth it out, and then I do a layer of Mod Podge over the top just to secure it down. This did pull up a little bit, so I'm going to show you what I did here with the bigger one, flowers. So this one I did the same thing, Mod Podge first, lay it down, but it was ripping like I said, so I have a little baggie. You could use saran wrap, but I had a baggie, so I just laid the baggie down and used my fingers to smooth it out, and it worked perfect. You're going to want to go in with another layer of Mod Podge to secure it down. And now I'm just dry brushing again with that antique wax. I'm using the same colors for the whole project, and I'm going through the entire book and giving it that distressed old vintage look. Normally I use 𝚅𝚒𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗𝚘, but today I just did hot glue and it seems to be holding up just fine. I've explained in the past how to make a bow, so I'm going to link that in my description, but this is just some burlap wired ribbon that I hot glued into loops. I lay them down how I want them, and I cut little slits inside of it so that way I can wrap it tight with the wire. Again, I'm going to put the link for a slower, more detailed version of making this bow down in my description. And you want to make a little tail and then use that same wire and twist your tail right onto the back of this bow. Cut up the extra pieces of wire, and I hot glued a different ribbon to make the center. I'm going to use that same ribbon on the book so it all matches. You don't have to, but I dovetailed this just to give it a little bit something extra to it. I think it's super sweet. I think it goes with my theme. And now I am just taking my ribbon and I'm hot gluing it right to the books. Some people wrap their books. I like this. I thought this was going to be cute, and then I hot glued the bow right to the top of the book. How adorable is that? Oh my goodness. I'm in love with it. Flowers, the language of love. I think that is so cute and very fitting for my vintage garden tier tray. Now this is adorable. This is a dollar box and some dollar little bins that you can find in the wedding department of Dollar Tree. I painted it with the same colors, the plaster and Waverly paint and my antique wax, and I'm gonna give it a good old distressing with just dry brushing it. And I think this is super cute. I have to say, I think my dry brushing is definitely improving, so let me know down in the comments what you think. These little boxes are super cute, and you could stencil on them. You could make out letters from your Cameo or use some stencils from the dollar store. I did do all 4 sides because this is going in a tiered tray, and you can see that at almost every angle. The same piece of tissue, I had printed out flower shop. I'm doing the same thing I did before, cutting it out while it's on the paper just to give it a little bit more security while I'm cutting it. And I suggest not doing this when you have a fan on. And so I just did some Mod Podge, and I'm doing the same exact thing, holding it down very lightly with my fingers and doing a layer of Mod Podge just to secure it down. I did use a little razor blade just to cut through those little lines. Now these white little buckets you can find in the wedding decoration department. They come, I think, 2 or 3 to a pack. Super cute. And I just went through and I cut off the flowers, and then I realized I could just pull them off, and then I took them and just filled up the buckets, no hot glue, just filling them up to make them look like a little bushel you would see at a garden store. I think this is so darling. It is literally the cutest thing in the entire world. I am so excited that I did this challenge. Wasn't sure if I could handle these small items, and I totally did it. Thank you for watching. I love how this came out. I hope you're inspired to try a tiered tray. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment below what your favorite DIY was today. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Another way to support my channel is to buy me a coffee. My link is down in the description. Today was a challenge hosted by Crafting with Corie. Check out her channel along with the playlist and follow along. The links are also down in my description. I have a lot coming up, so stay up to date with me on Instagram. You can find me as Freckled Mom. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. I hope to see you there. Have a great night.